Hey guys, welcome back to Conquest Racing Club. Welcome back to another unboxing review. Today we get to look at purely Canadian content. We get to look at Ernie Mossetti's Mazda. This is the 787B. This is a Le Mans special car. It truly changed the world on its head when it did the win. So once again, this is Ernie Mossetti. Ernie Mossetti is a local Canadian world champion, designer, and racer in slot cars. And I get to race at Ernie's tracks a lot because it is my home track and home club. So I'm excited to review this car for you, so let's get into it. Alright, so Ernie's cars come in this light green kind of corrugate packaging with this grid system on it. You get the Mr. SLOTCAR right on the cover, on the front sleeve there. And right up here it tells you created by world champion designer and racer Ernie Mossetti. Really nice guy. I talk to Ernie pretty much very often, every week. He's always got some interesting stuff going on. Always designing new chassis. Great guy. Lots of things to learn from Ernie. Anyway, we slide off the sleeve. And we get the crystal case here. It's got a clear cover to it, and you can see all the way around the case, so that's pretty cool. You can see the car in its complete glory. To remove the car, it's pretty simple. We just slide off the top. And to take the car off the base, we just unscrew this. It's just a pull tab, so it's a little tab at the bottom there. Just rotate it and pull it out, and the car will come off the base. Alright, so I'll just make it known. This is one of my favorite liveries from the Le Mans series in terms of LMP cars. This checkered pattern of the green and red and diamond pattern all across the vehicle is so cool. One of my really iconic liveries. I love the gold trim wheels, attention to detail with the Dunlop and the Formula logos on the tires themselves. The deep dish inside, like the gold is offset. There's like little dish to the wheel. It's just so much detail to this car, which I really love. It's also pretty lightweight and very ready to race, so that's really cool. From the front, we get to see this really nice, thin profile front nose. You get to see the air intakes, the tow hook. You get the little side markers there, so really cool. On the side, on the driver's side of the vehicle, you get to see this green and red hatch kind of livery all the way through the car. Get the number 202. This is a renowned title sponsor there. You get to see the air intakes in and out. As per all LMP cars, a lot of detail goes into the aerodynamics. And then from the top, obviously, once again, we see this beautiful checkered pattern from the livery. You get the nice big Mazda logo right off the top. This car is so iconic in what it did. The sound is unbelievable. If you ever hear this car raw, it's unbelievable. And then you get this really nice spoiler. This is the only point where you have to be careful because this mounting to this point of the car can snap very easily. So if you are intending to run this car really hard, the spoiler will break or will be a point of weak connection here, so I'd be very careful with that. We've already have a couple that are wrecked. But from the passenger side, this is the driver's side. The other side was passenger side, but once again, it's a kind of mirror finish to the other side of the vehicle. So, really cool little side marker, side view mirrors at the top here. You get to see the driver in there in his red, white, and black helmet, and then I believe he's wearing a black racing suit. So, like I said, amazing car, beautiful livery. Can't wait to put this car on the track and see what it does. From the bottom, you can see Ernie spends a lot of time, with his chassis design. These are performance-grade chassis. They are ready for racing. So they have unbelievable performance. 3 screws to remove the chassis, and you get to see this is an inline motor. So direct drive to the rear. So should make for a pretty fast car on track. So we'll take it down, put it on the track, and see what it does. Hey guys, we're back from trackside. We're back with the Mazda 787B from Mr. SLOTCAR, Ernie Mossetti. How did it do? Let's take a look at the results. So, putting the car through its paces on the track. The car was pretty simple to drive, wasn't too hard. Once again, like I said, these are stock straight out of the box. So, Ernie's cars have a lot of functionality in that, just like the NSRs and the slot is, they can be adjusted and modified. But this is straight stock run, and the car performed pretty well. Now, it didn't break any records, didn't take the lap record onto the track, but it did a decent time of 4.040 seconds, which is pretty darn quick. So, where do you stack up on the leaderboard? Let's find out. First, let's take a look at some of the specs in this car. So when we look at the car, it's 80 grams, which is pretty light, as even compared to Carrera. It's about 30 grams lighter than most Carrera cars. It has a 31 millimeter ride height, so when it's placed on the track, it's about 31 millimeters off the track in terms of its highest height on the track. So pretty low to ground, so sticks really well. It is one of the longer cars in terms of length, so 152 millimeters. It also has a longer wheelbase of 85 millimeters. So there is a little bit of tail happiness with this car, which you get because it is a little bit long. But when we were able to run, we ran a total 10 laps clean, 4.04 seconds. I did have a lot of offs in the beginning, so I did about 3 runs. I wasn't able to get a clean run, and then I finally got the 4.040 seconds, fastest lap time on a clean 10 lap run. So when we look at the results based on the leaderboard right now, I think the Mazda is currently, on the first page, but in the 9th or the 8th position on the first page. So a pretty fast car, definitely a really good car to buy. The livery itself makes this car stand out so much. But let's get to my final thoughts. My final thoughts on this vehicle, Ernie builds great cars, and he takes a lot of attention to detail with the cars. The livery on this vehicle is stunning. The weight, the car feels it's not light and it's not heavy, but it's well put together. It feels solid. The only thing that I worry about, and I know we have had 2 other cars of this livery, and both of them have lost their spoilers. So if you are racing, just know that these spoilers will break, and because the connections are so thin, it's a very thin connection to that spoiler. Once they break, it's very hard to put back. So unless you get replacement spoilers. I will talk to Ernie about that. I don't know if he sells replacement spoilers, but maybe he does. But I'll let you guys know if I find out more about that. But car was fun to drive. A little bit tail happy, like I said. But from history's perspective, great car to have in collection. So SLOTCAR collectors, pick this up if you can. I don't know how many are available right now, but Ernie is local, and I'm able to pick up a lot of his cars locally. So I'm kind of privileged that way. And if you're a racer, definitely a great platform to start. I don't know about digitally chipping this car. It might have some capability, but I haven't seen it done yet. Nor am I interested in doing that right now, because we don't really race LMP cars at the club. We're mostly in GT3 cars, so we race a lot of GT3 race events. So, but I'm happy enough, like I support Ernie, and I have a lot of his cars, and I was super excited to put this on the track and see how it does, stacked up against the NSRs and the Slotted. And I'm glad to say it holds its own. And it's in a pretty great car to drive. So if you have this car in your collection, let me know. Put a comment in below. Let me know your thoughts on the vehicle. Mine is great. It's a good starting point for any racer if they want it. But for me, it's more of something that I'm going to cherish and put into my collection and shelve it, and take it out on special occasion when I just want to drive and not get into any accidents, because I do not want to damage this livery whatsoever. But that's just me. Let me know your thoughts. If you like this kind of content, once again, I release a video pretty much every week. If you like it, please like and subscribe to my channel. And until next time, guys, I hope you're having fun, and especially on rails. Until next time, see you guys.